In this video, I'm going to take some time to go over the Moodle 3 interface. Whether you are new to the Moodle online learning completely, or you've been with CCV for a number of years and you're transitioning from Moodle 2.8 to this new interface, we can all use a little bit of review to find out where everything is. We'll start with the left-hand column, which is called the dashboard. This left-hand column is controlled by this three-line button in the top left. Some people might refer to this as the hot dog or the hamburger button. If you click on that, that turns off or on the dashboard on the left-hand side. If you want a little more screen space, perhaps you're on a mobile device or a narrower monitor, you can easily turn that off and make it slide off to the left. And then when you need the resources that are available there, you can turn that back on. In the dashboard, you have your most important options, and I say that with a slight grain of salt because at this point in time, I am not using badges or competencies in the class. But you have the course itself, which if you are deeper into the site because you're in an assignment, you can click on this large button at the top, which will always bring you back to course. You can click on the Participants button. By clicking on Participants, you can see all of the people that are in our course. And if you need to send me an email, you can click on my profile, Amy Moore. You can see that I am the faculty. And you could send me emails or messages through this link. It's always a way to find me and the other students in your classes. If you want to see how your grades are in the course, you can click on the Grades button. That will take you to all of the assignments. And you can see what the grade possibilities are, what your grade is, how it is compared to the course total grade, and you scroll on down and see how you're doing in the course at any time. Below that is a menu of the course broken down into the 15 weeks, and clicking on any of these folders will jump you to that particular week. While we're here in the early part of the weeks, it's not that important, but especially as we get further into the course, it'll be nice to be able to jump to week 10 without having to scroll down. We'll look at the course content itself a little bit later. The General button gets you the information at the very top of the course, and as you can see, that is also at the top of every week, no matter what week we're in. Continuing around the Moodle environment, across the top bar, we can go to the Community College of Vermont. We can go to Moodle in general, which basically just brings us to a dashboard page. On the dashboard page, we are able to view all of the classes we are currently taking now, as well as courses that are in the future, which I don't have any assigned right now, and in the past. And we can look at a timeline of our courses, which should help you be able to manage your homework from your various classes, assuming your instructors have those homeworks assigned and in Moodle, and it breaks that down for you. On this dashboard, you also have a calendar, which helps you look to see when you have things due. You can hover over any date that is highlighted and see the assignments that are due. I, of course, teach several classes, so I have a lot of things in at the same time. You can link to your other courses that you are taking. You can use private files to keep things stored, like a small cloud drive, although we use OneDrive in Office 365, which you'll learn about later, and that's probably the better cloud storage site for you. Let's go ahead and click back to our course. Continuing along the top, in the top bar to the right, we have notifications for messages, or we can send new messages to people. It's not normal we would send messages from that environment. You can send messages from within an assignment, and that's more likely that you'll be sending a message to your instructor or to other classmates that are working with you in Moodle that you need to work on an assignment with, if your instructor has you working on group assignments. We also have your name. You can click on this. It will show you your profile, and just to the right of that, as with many online applications, there's a little pull-down menu that you can jump to main areas in the site as you might need. Your dashboard, your profile, your grades, any messages, preferences, You can set preferences for the course. I encourage you to explore some of these on your own. You can log out. I happen to be an instructor logged in as a student at the moment, so I have a menu item that would allow me to return to faculty. I want you all, as a homework assignment this week, to update your profile. I'm going to go over how to do that. You will see that the homework assignment asks for a little bit more in the assignment, but here we're going to go ahead and hit on profile, and we can see information about ourselves. You can keep blog certificates, you can look at your posts and discussions. But what I want you to look at is editing your own profile. I have purposefully deleted my profile picture so that I can add one. If you do not have a profile picture at this time, you are going to want to add a profile picture. So I'm going to click on Edit Profile. This takes me to a page where I can edit your profile. You may not change your last name or your email address, but you may change your first name. If you go by a nickname or a different version of the official name that the college has for you, or a different name than the official name that the college has for you, feel free to change your first name here in the box. This will not change the official name that the college uses for you for billing and mailing purposes, but it will change the name that displays here on Moodle in between you and your classmates on discussion forums when we're looking at other students doing work and so on. You are welcome to fill out more information about yourself. For students, I don't generally encourage them to fill out a description for faculty. It's something we're expected to do so that students can learn more about us. I have not updated my description with the new Moodle, but I will be doing that soon. You may adjust your time zone if you are not on the East Coast as I am. Under User Picture, this is where we're going to update our picture. Since you're taking an online course, you probably know how to get pictures off the internet, but every once in a while students don't know how to do that, so I'm going to go over that quickly. I have some pictures of myself on Facebook, so I'm going to open up Facebook here and look at pictures, and I'm going to choose a picture that is appropriate for my profile picture here at CCV. So I'm going to use this picture here. I'm going to right-click on the picture itself, and depending on the browser you are using, you may get some different text here, but you want the one that effectively says Save Image As. It might say Download Image, it might say Save Target As, but you want to choose the one that says Save Image As. And this is going to take the picture off of the computer and put it in the place on your computer you select. At the moment, I'm just going to put it on my desktop, because I need a short-term storage for this file. I'll delete it later. So I'm going to save this file here. I'm going to actually rename it by clicking on the file name and call it Profile Picture and select Save, and I will have now saved that picture off of Facebook. So I can close Facebook now. To add the picture here, I can do this two ways. I can either click on the Add button, which looks like a piece of paper with a corner folded over. I'm going to upload a file, which selects this dialog box here. Yes, there are other places you can get them from. If you are interested in learning more about that, I encourage you to explore these options on your own. Select Choose File. I'm going to go to my desktop, and there's my profile picture. I'll select Open, and then I just need to select Upload this file. It takes a moment to upload, but it will show a picture here of me. There's my picture sitting in there. If that's not the picture I want, I can click on the picture and select Delete, and that will delete the file from the files. The other way that you can add pictures is by opening up your computer files in a separate window. I did this by clicking the folder on my status bar, and I can find that profile picture here in the folder, and I can drag it over to the dashed area and let go. And that also uploads the picture without going through the dialog box. It's a drag and drop method. So there's my profile picture. I can add information about my phone numbers and instant messaging, interest, other names I'd like to go by. I'm not asking you to necessarily do any of those things, but that is there for you if you'd like to, and I'm going to select Update Profile. And now my profile picture is updated, and I can see in the top bar, there's my picture there, and that is going to show when I participate in discussion forums. It is also going to show when the instructor looks at your assignments, your picture will be there next to your grading area, so it's easier for an instructor to continue to identify you with your work. I really request that you have a profile picture of you. There are copyright issues if you use pictures with other people in there. I know people like to put images of Wonder Woman and or their favorite comic book characters or their pets in that area, and I strongly discourage that. It is not professional, and we're looking for professional representation from you here at the school. If you have religious or safety or other personal reasons why a close-up of your face is inappropriate in this area, I encourage you to discuss with your instructors what is an appropriate representation of you in there. We'll take a look at the blocks down the right-hand side of the course. I'm going to go ahead and close the dashboard so it's not distracting. That does not affect the blocks on the right side. These blocks are fixed in every course now. In previous versions of Moodle, instructors were able to move blocks around. I may be able to turn some of these off or on, but generally you're going to find these blocks here in these orders. Activities is a powerful tool for you to quickly look at the various Moodle types of tools that instructors can give you content in. So assignments will show you all of your assignments that you have. We'll show the name of the assignment, which is a clickable item, which would take you to the assignment. It will show you when the item is due. It will tell you about the submission status. So if you wonder if your instructor got your content on Moodle, all you have to do is come to assignments and look to see if it says that there is a submission in there. And if you have done a submission, it will show up. The same for quizzes and forums and other resources on here. Those are all organized by the content type right there. You have an accessibility box, which allows you to increase or decrease the font size of the course. The middle A resets it to the default size. And if you're on a small screen or a smaller device, you might want to increase the font size. If you're looking to get more content on your screen at one time, you may want to decrease your font size. You have the ability to alter the background and foreground and text colors. The yellow type on a black background is supposed to be better for your eyes. I will apologize, my pictures have white backgrounds, so those are going to kind of stand out like a sore thumb on you. And for some people, this is going to be easier, especially if you're using Moodle in a low light background. I'm going to hit the R, which restores it to the default. You also can launch the AT bar, and I'll show you what that looks like. It comes up here at the top of your monitor, and it's sticky. It will stay there until you turn it off. You can have favorite settings. You can increase or decrease your font. You can change the font that is used. I know for some people who may have issues with dyslexia, there are some fonts that are more readable than others, even without dyslexia. But with other reading concerns, sometimes serifs can really improve readability, and the default for this site is not a serif font. There is a spell checker that you can have running. This is fantastic, especially if you are doing long forum posts and you don't want to type them in a separate text editor to have your spelling checked. There is a dictionary to look up words. You can do text-to-speech, which means it can read things on the page for you. You can add a word predictor just like your cell phone. You can change styles, and you can even work on some different colors. So that can be parked there at the top. If you would like it to always come on when you turn on Moodle, you can check this box next to the Launch AT bar, and it will always open when you first come to Moodle. It is not required. That is completely there for your convenience. Again, we can see who's participating in the course and have a basic calendar of updating events, what you have done recently, or what others have done that are important to you in your classes, any recent announcements that have been made. We have links to CCV resources. We have the ability to draw quick mail. course evaluations, and you can go back to the portal if you are interested. Alright, so that is all the stuff around the course content. In the next video, I will go over the course content itself.